Hi, everyone. So you guys know that I am maybe sometimes too transparent, completely transparent, and I talk about things that many people don't want to talk about. Doesn't always. Sometimes it gets me in trouble, but I feel that that's the only way to be, especially with now with independent media. But I just have to share something with you because I think, as you guys know, that mental health is very important. And sometimes it can just be like you're down. Sometimes it can just be, that you are. Um, that there's an issue that needs to be taken care of. But just for me, I think this was in the moment that we're in now. I decided that we needed to share something, especially with when I see, you know, friends, people I know, being fired from their jobs, career professionals being taken out of their jobs, civil servants. When I see people being rounded up off the streets, especially students or people who have been exercising an American right of freedom of expression without any due process, it's like, I'm like, wow, what are we doing? Where are we going here? And where are we? Where are we? Are we already in an autocracy? Are we already in a dictatorship? Because that's not what America is supposed to be about. We're supposed to be about human rights, civil rights, and equal rights as equal as possible. And so I just been a little down. Like usually on the weekends, I've been going honestly to get this thing going over the last year. Like sometimes I go 7 days a week, and 7 days a week, 2 lives a day, 2 live feeds a day. Um, for 5 days is a lot. You guys don't understand how much work that is because I go live in the morning for who knows how long, at least an hour, and then live in the evening. And in between, I got to do business, I got to pay the bills, I got to do other content and all that stuff. So it's a lot. I'm not complaining about it, but just so you guys know. So it kind of got to me a little bit because it's just so much work, and I'm like, what are we doing? Why aren't people more upset about this? Why isn't anything happening? Why are people allowing this to happen? And so I woke up this weekend. I usually watch the Sunday shows, at least if I try to, tune out a little bit on Saturday and rest. So on Sunday, I started feeling it. I'm like, I just can't. And so I wrote on my Substack, which is if you go to donlemon.com, it'll take you directly to Substack. If you put your email in and sign up, it's free. Okay. You can support us. You can be a paid subscriber or you can be a free subscriber. Okay. But I just wanted to share another thing that I did on Substack because I have different content over there where I can write. I love it. Writing is my passion, one of my passions, and it's also a release to me. So for me, and so I write about it. Okay. And so I wrote about, I thought other people may be feeling the same way because when I look at the comments at the folks either on Substack or on YouTube or on any of the social media sites, or I have like a private stream, or I'm talking to my subscribers live even when they're on the screen, and it feels like people are in group therapy, like I'm in group therapy or we're in need of group therapy. And so we need to discuss. And I felt I needed to write about it. So if you want to read about it yourself and read about other things that I have over there, go over to donlemon.com and it'll take you right to my Substack. So I said, we are not crazy. We are tired. And let me know if you feel this way. Let me know if you think I'm wrong. And I say, caring shouldn't feel like a full-time job, but here we are. And then I just tell you about my experience. I just write. I said, this weekend, I couldn't do it. I couldn't turn on the news. I couldn't open another app. I didn't want to see the footage, the fury, the familiar parade of cruelty marching across my screen like clockwork. And not because I didn't care, but because I care too much. Right? I think we all care too much. There are a lot of folks who care too much and we let it bother us. So usually I let things roll off my back, but I had to write about this. And and so sort of to release the pressure, I go, this isn't rolling off my back. I need to talk about it. And so I do that in therapy, and then I write, and that's a release as well. I said, it's not apathy. It's something else, a heaviness that sits in the chest and follows you through the day, a knowing that no matter how loud we scream, the powerful still sleep just fine. That no matter how many votes we cast, the same people seem to stay rich, stay safe, and stay untouched. And they appear to be unbothered. Trump is back in the White House. And whether you expected it or not, something about seeing it happen, watching the country circle the same drain, does something to your spirit. He didn't sneak in this time. It wasn't a surprise win. He was invited, voted in despite all that we knew about him. And now, here we are again, watching rights be rolled back in real time, watching federal agencies gutted, watching cruelty dress itself up as policy. You feel me? Cruelty is dressing itself up as policy. And people, some of them neighbors, some of them family, cheered as it happened. They are happy that it is happening. You're owning the libs or owning whomever that people want owned, that you think it's funny. Students are being arrested for sitting still, for chanting, for daring to care about people halfway across the world. The same campuses that once glorified protest now call it disruption, and somehow it should be illegal or it should be frowned upon. When many of the people who are really fighting against it and deporting people and detaining people were some of the very people who protested in college, who spoke out against the system and the man, because that's what a lot of people do when they're in college. And now they're saying it's disruption. It shouldn't happen. Some of the same people who once quoted Dr. King now fund the handcuffs that silence the next generation. And we're expected to keep scrolling like none of it touches us, but it does. Every headline, every breaking news alert, it takes a little piece of you until you're not just reading the story, you're holding it, you're hanging on to it. It's in your being, and somehow you need to get rid of it. Carrying it in your body, waking up tired before the day has even begun. Have you felt like that? Like, oh my God, I slept and I'm tired. My day hasn't even started and I'm tired already. And it's not just the big things. It's the slow drip of everyday injustice, the feeling that everything is for sale, truth, safety, even hope, and the price keeps going up. It's watching governors ban books while children starve in their own school cafeterias. It's scrolling past yet another mass shooting, this time at a birthday party or a grocery store, and feeling like you've already mourned tomorrow's victims. It's hearing about women being forced to flee their states for medical care, while politicians crack jokes about liberty. It's watching billionaires buy social media platforms to rewrite the rules and then tell us it's all in the name of, quote, free speech, unquote. And just this morning, as millions of Americans brace themselves for another week of bad headlines, Jeff Bezos launched a rocket full of wealthy passengers and celebrities into space. A publicity stunt disguised as progress, as if escaping Earth literally was somehow more urgent than facing what's happening here, as if altitude could offer immunity from consequence. That's the kind of tired we're talking about. I'll be honest, I feel guilty sometimes for turning away, for wanting it all to stop, even though I know it won't. I know the world doesn't pause just because I do, but that doesn't stop the feeling. And every time I read a comment section or speak to viewers on the street or talk with folks during a live stream, I realize that I am not alone. You're not alone. I realize I'm not alone. It starts to feel like group therapy or like we're all quietly in need of it. And maybe that's what this is, a space to say, me too. To admit that even when we're doing our best to care, we're still carrying more than we can bear. There was a time when staying informed felt like power. Now, some days it feels like a slow suffocation. And if you felt that, if you've had to step away just to stay sane, you are not alone. This is not about giving up. This is about naming what it costs to keep going, what it costs to live awake in a country so determined to lull us back to sleep. We are not crazy. We are tired. But tired people built this country. Tired people marched and bled and voted and believed anyway. And now another week is upon us. The sun rises again, but it feels like Groundhog Day, the same, but somehow worse. Do you know what I mean? When I thought about that, I was like, it feels like Groundhog Day. I was laying in the bed this morning and I said, it feels like Groundhog Day. And I was asking my producers how I should write this, how I should frame this. It feels like Groundhog Day, but it feels like every Groundhog Day gets a little bit worse, right? Like death by 1,000 cuts, not numbing, but sharper, deeper. And that came from my producer, Peter. He's like, yeah, it's not like it's not like it anesthetizes us or it somehow numbs it. It makes it worse. Not numbing, but sharper, deeper. Each new blow, not dulling the pain, but drawing fresh blood. We thought we'd stop feeling by now, but the truth is, it still hurts, maybe more than ever. So as the week begins, take your breath. Take your rest where you can find it. Don't mistake your exhaustion for weakness. You are carrying more than your share, and still, you are here. That too means something. So I wanted to get that out there because I think a lot of folks are dealing with this. And I think that if you read this, it can be very helpful to you. Okay. Because I take mental health very seriously. I like to take the stigma off. I say it over and over every day. I even have a sponsor, betterhelp.com. You can go there, betterhelp.com/Don Lemon. You can go there. And if you need some help, you can go. Your mental health is worth it. And it's very important. So you can get it online. It's cheaper than most therapy. But anyways, this isn't about that. But I just want you to know there's hope. There's help. You're not the only person feeling this way. And I hope that I at least helped one person. So go to Substack to subscribe. Go to donlemon.com and you can read this story there and other stories, other things that I write about that you won't necessarily see on YouTube. Okay. So thank you for watching. I'll see you live on the YouTube. I'll see you live on Substack. And I just say, look, again, you're not alone. Thanks everyone for watching. Your support means the world to us. So make sure you hit the like button and you subscribe to our channel to make sure that you never ever miss a video. We're live every day, 10 a.m. Eastern time. We drop even more content at 2 p.m. Eastern and 5 p.m. Eastern. And if you want more Don Lemon Show content, we'd love for you to become a member of the Lemon community, where you will receive access to special community posts. You'll get exclusive content and members-only live shows. So head over to our channel page or click the join button on this video. Again, thank you for watching. We appreciate your love and your support, and we will see you next time.